G'day, my name's Ray Heron, and this is pretty much everything Cardo make as far as intercoms. What we've got here is we've got the Cardo Spirit, the Spirit HD, the Freecom 2X, the Freecom 4X, and the Cardo Packtalk Bold. The only thing missing here that Cardo make is the Packtalk Slim, which is basically the same as Packtalk Bold, slightly different form factor. Don't worry about that. Over here, we've got the Spirit. This is the bottom entry-level offering from Cardo. What this has is 32mm speakers that go inside your helmet, a 400-meter range. That's a claimed 400-meter range, probably good for 200 meters line of sight, maybe a little bit more. This is going to be your best bet if you're, talking rider to pillion, or maybe two riders really close together. Next step up from that, we have the Spirit HD. Now this makes a big step up to 40mm HD speakers. We get an extra couple of 100 meters of range with 600 meters, an FM radio, and of course everything here is IP67 rated, so it's pretty much waterproof. The next offering from Cardo is the Freecom 2X. This is brand spanking new. The Freecom 2X, if you've got you and another rider, you want to be talking to each other, you want to listen to music, you want to make and receive phone calls, hear your turn-by-turn navigation and control your virtual assistant, that's going to be your go-to. Next in the range from Cardo, we have the Freecom 4X. Now this is quite a cool piece of kit. You can connect up to 4 Freecoms together. You've got voice operation, so you can say, hey Siri, hey Cardo, whatever. You've got speakers by JBL, actually the JBL speakers, 40mm speakers, they actually come in the X2 as well. And all of these offerings have live intercom. From there, we've got the Packtalk Bold. This is the Mac Daddy. This is the Duo pack as well. There's 2 included in here. This has DMC, Dynamic Mesh Communication. This has your JBL 40mm speakers. It's also got voice operations. So you can remember what the buttons do, or you can just say, hey Cardo, battery status. Hey Cardo, turn the radio on. Hey Cardo, next track, whatever you might need to do. You've got voice commands there. So this is, as I said, the whole range from Cardo minus the Cardo Packtalk Slim. What we're going to do today is we're going to unbox the Spirit, talk about what it comes with, how you can upgrade it, and install it in my HJC i70 helmet. Let's crack into it. All right, let's unbox the Cardo Spirit two-way Bluetooth intercom. Now this is going to connect to your phone, play your music, and talk to another rider up to 400 meters away. Really cool device from Cardo, IP67 rated as I mentioned, and this is the entry-level offering. This is the cheapest offering from Cardo. Let's open it up. We've got our brains of the operation right there. Under here we've got all the mounting hardware that you might need. We've also got our information, installation guides, our pocket guide, and warranty information there. Cardo are really good because they give you all the little bits and pieces you might need. These are little sticky Velcro pads to go inside your helmet. And there's a sticker, because, stickers add 10 kilowatts, All right, let's pull everything out of here and find out what we've got. We've got a boom mic. We've got the clamp mount. We've got a USB cable, USB-C. These are all USB-C and fast charging. Inside this little baggie, we've got our 32mm speakers. And inside this one, let's get everything out. We've got a wired microphone, some alcohol prep pads to clean up the helmet, so make sure everything sticks. We've got some Velcro spacer pads for the speakers in case your helmet has too much cavity inside, by your ears. You want to get those speakers nice and close to your ears. And these are some Velcro 3M sticky things to go inside the helmet to hold the speakers in place. This bit here, if your helmet can't handle a clamp mount to go between the EPS and the shell of your helmet, you can use the sticky mount instead and just piece that in there. Okay, I'm not going to be using the boom mic. Now, the boom mic is great for modular helmets. If you've got a flip front helmet, use the boom mic, stick it in there, position it, and you can use that instead of the wee sticky mic, a cabled mic. But we're not going to be using that. I don't need that. I don't need any of these. Now, what you want to do with your helmet is, first things first, remove the padding so you can access the helmet. You only need to take off the left-hand side at this stage because that's where the Cardo unit is going to go on the helmet, but you do need to access the right-hand side to get the speaker in there as well. Now, I mentioned before that the Spirit is the base model from Cardo. It comes with 32mm speakers, that's cool, but everything else is upgraded by JBL. JBL are a massive audio company. They're known for making huge big speakers and really good sounding gear. So what you can get is the Freecom/Spirit upgrade kit. This comes with the JBL 40mm speakers, and it's also a separate mounting plate and a boom mic. It's a separate helmet kit, but it's also an upgrade because it has the JBL speakers in it. Just so happens that I have a set of JBL 40mm speakers here already and another mounting plate. Now don't worry, this is exactly the same as what comes in the kit. It's just stuff that I've got unboxed already that I'm going to use. So let's get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need at the moment. Now this little square soft Velcro piece, you want to peel the backing off that and you want to stick it inside your helmet right in the front here. You can see I've already got one installed, and that's where your microphone's going to go. So we don't need that one, I've got one in there already, and that's our microphone there. Let's start by putting the mounting plate on the helmet. Just kind of pull back that little tab there and slide it in between the EPS and the shell of your helmet. Get it all the way up there and it should sit nice and tight. Beautiful, that's what we want. Next up, you want to place the speakers inside the helmet. You've got a long end and a short end. Your short end obviously goes on the left hand side, and inside the helmet, inside this helmet anyway, there are cutouts inside the EPS. This is where you can use your spacers if your speakers aren't close enough to your ears. This is also where you use the 3M sticky Velcro bits. Pop that inside the cutout in the EPS and then just pop your speaker in there. And adjusting the cables can be tricky. This is where trial and error comes in. You need to test fit your helmet a couple of times, and you might need to remove the foam, remove the padding, and adjust where your cables run. We'll get into the other side of the helmet. I'm lucky in this helmet that everything just clips in, and I'm going to place this speaker in the same place, in the little EPS cutouts. Then run the cables behind the padding. It can be a little bit fiddly sometimes. There we go. Clip that back in there. And my speaker is nicely placed, so we can clip the internal padding back into place. And a lot of this is just done by feel. I would love to get a camera in there and show you, but it's not that easy. Okay, that side is done. We have a microphone that we need to place. Now the microphone goes, as I said, on the little Velcro sticky pad in the front of your helmet, and you want it to be nice and close to your mouth. So when your helmet's on, you want it to be sitting right in front. These are close proximity mics, and the Cardos themselves have very good sound cancelling, noise cancelling. So get that microphone in a good placement to be right in front of your mouth. For me, that's right there. Now, off the mounting plate of the Cardo, you've got two wires. You've got one, two little 2-pin plug. That one there is your microphone, and the other one's a headphone jack, a 3.5mm RTS headphone jack. RTS stands for ring tip sleeve, so you've got left and right. So let's plug the microphone in. It can only go one way. There we go. And I can't really run the wires because I've got no padding in there to hold the wires out of the way. So we'll do that shortly. Let's plug the speakers in. And now is a matter of just kind of running all the cables so they're out of the way and nice and secure. What I find best on this particular helmet is to get the cheek pad halfway in and clip up the very top inside the helmet. Okay, and then you want to run or pull the cables back through so they're nice and out of the way. You want them kind of as far under the foam as possible, but what I find is best is to run them around the bottom edge of the helmet as opposed to running them up through here, because you can get tight spots on the helmet in the foam around your head, and it can be quite uncomfortable. There might be a little bit of trial and error involved. Just making sure that microphone cable is tucked away nicely as well. Okay, that might be the install complete. Just want to make sure those speakers are nicely placed in the cutouts of the EPS. Let's do a test fit. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's really good. Okay, brilliant. All right, let's put the Spirit on the helmet for the first time. It pieces in slots in at the back and then clips at the front. Now to turn it on, it's the front button and the back button together. There we go, and we're on. Now I can play some music to make sure that we've got a good placement for the speakers. Now you can turn the volume up and down on your phone, or you can turn it up and down using the buttons on the side here. And that sounds brilliant. Turn it off again using the front and back buttons on the side. Battery status, 50%. And when it turns off, it gives you a battery status report audio readout. There we go. Quick and dirty, installing the Cardo Spirit on the HJC i70. Now, as I said, this is pretty much the same for most helmets. The big difference that I've come across being with my Aero Commander, the clamp mount doesn't work with this helmet. I have to use the adhesive mount and run the cables through the comms hatch on the side here. Otherwise, exactly the same. I've got the wires routed and all tucked in under the bottom of the padding here, not up around the side of the helmet, because you don't want the wires and the tight spots around the side of your head. It's going to be very uncomfortable. One around the back and the other JBL 40mm speaker tucked into the EPS on the side of that helmet. Now the beauty of the Spirit and the FreecomX is that they use the same mounting plates. So If you find that running the Spirit down the track, you want to communicate with more riders, maybe you upgrade to the 4X or the 2X, it uses the same mounting plate. So you pop it off, pop it on the other. Or maybe you've got two helmets. Grab yourself two mounting kits, install it on both helmets, take it away inside, plug it in on the USB-C to charge, pop it on whatever helmet you're running that day. Really nice. Now the audio quality on these is brilliant. It really is good. It's some of the best audio quality I've heard on any intercom system to date. But that does come down to the speakers. As I said, the Spirit comes with the 32mm Cardo speakers, but the Spirit HD comes with the Cardo HD speakers, which are a 40mm speaker, or you can upgrade with the second helmet kit to the JBL speakers, the JBL designed 40mm speakers, which are just that third step, the best of the best. So there you go. There's an install guide on the Spirit and the Spirit HD. It's the same for the Freecom 2, the Freecom 4X, and it's actually the same for the Packtalk Bold as well. But the Packtalk Bold does have a different mounting plate. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button and ring the bell, because that's going to give you notifications of when we release more content. Looking forward to getting out on the road and testing these Freecoms and Spirits from Cardo very soon. Thanks for watching.